Hello, welcome back. Evocation research is done. We're back down to no research, so that's good. Actually, maybe I should get like one level of alteration or something. Skeletal body might actually be pretty useful for our death mages. What else would we get? Personal barkskin? Or construction one? Give you trinkets. Actually, construction one sounds pretty good. Because we can probably make a rabbit's foot charm then for our god. Although I'm not sure if he carries those items when he projects. In fact, I don't think he does. Thaumaturgy evocation. Alright, let's just... We might as well, it's only 21. That actually gives us something this turn, so fine. There's research. But yeah, we can project and drop meteors now, which is good. Lots of battles then. We saw Sarah moving into Endron and Dubros. And we moved into Domna, which was the big PD trap province, so wipe that out at least. Tiz, which we took this time, much better. Whites didn't get any kills. I think they were placed a bit too far back. They're kind of slow. I think I've got them set up to attack immediately now. Yeah. Well, there it is anyway. And Listleland as well. We attacked with the Hawks, but unfortunately, yeah, he moved the Lancers there, so no luck. We also spied a battle between Makoni and Ermor, who was vanquished this turn, so... Yeah, I guess, yeah, those guys... Did you rout immediately? Oh, attack flyers, I guess. Yeah, I guess this was Ermor's last fort. He's having some trouble getting in the gate. Not enough trouble, though. Yeah, not a super interesting battle. Wow, he's really struggling to get in the gate, though. These are all priests. You could have had them walking forwards banishing. Might be a bit more effective against the undead, I don't know. Well, anyway. Yeah, so he took Nobville. Lost some Hawks. Lost 7 Gigantes as well. Interesting. And that's it for battles. Lost some scouts as well. Fortress and Bearers upgraded. 4 units cured of disease. And yeah, Ermor's been vanquished. So farewell to them. Okay, so here's the map now. Big Stack is here now. I don't think he can pull this all the way back to defend Malverne this turn then. So we're going to finally push our stack into Malverne. There's quite a lot of stuff. We have 64 Sacreds with this army now, altogether. In blocks of 9 or 10. I think it was 64, I can't remember, something like that. And then on top of that, we've got some Bone Tribes, some Long Dead Horses, some Rhinos, some Bone Fiends, some Lions. And, yeah. I'm going to move over all the Air Mages as well to do some Lightning Bolts. Might help. We have quite a few Air Mages. There are, let's see, there's 3 coming from this fort, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming from this fort. Oh, you don't need that. So 9 Air Mages as well doing Lightning Bolts. Who's actually doing research? One of you guys. Yeah, you can hold this. But yeah, we have that Rune Smasher as well. I need to remember that. We got that from the bogus guys. Don't need it at the moment, but maybe one day. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on to Malverne. Lots of Sacreds, lots of units. Sorry if you can hear motorbikes in the background. And a bunch of Air Mages in addition to the Skelly Spammers and stuff. Not doing any big spells though, just putting Gift of Flight, Gift of Splendor, Blessing, and Venom Arrows, and Luck on people. A couple of guys doing fire rallies. I've spread guys out a bit because I am a bit nervous since we have Gifts from Heaven. It's possible Malverne does now as well, so I want to spread things out a bit. I should probably spread the mages out a bit as well, but it's nice to have all the Sacreds blocked up around the Blessers, if anything. I don't know. I'm not sure he can pull all his mages back to this fort anyway. It looks like he might have emptied this. Maybe he's just going to push in now. Which is possible. But we'll try and get on to Malverne, and how much siege strength do we have here? 582? 500 wall. I mean, it's possible we break this open immediately, but it's quite empty. There's 70 units in the report. We'll see. I think if he pushes onto a Kester, for instance, I think it's... You know, it's a bigger loss for him to lose his cap than for us to lose this little fort, right? Just in case he does move this direction, though, I'm emptying this fort. So the guys that are researching here are moving to Trollland. And in fact, everything we recruit now from these 3 forts should probably just build up in Trollland instead. It's a bit safer, and from here we can move to places we need to be. So if I hit Y on a Kester, you can see that next turn this fort will be completely empty, just in case he moves here. You can also see from the pink line that we are going to project our god into this stack. We'll see what effect this has, if any. He's just scripted to drop gifts from heaven immediately. So, fingers crossed that kills a bunch of dudes. Best case scenario, it lands directly on a block of mages and wipes them all out. Worst case scenario, it just hammers loosely spaced boars as they walk towards us. Maybe the reality will be somewhere in the middle of those two, but you know, fingers crossed. That's what's happening over here. Big stack onto Marvoni, ritual into this, retreat everything to Trollland. Over on this side, we can see a few more squads of raiders. There's these guys in Dubros, 15 Oyapartas, these guys in Listless Lands, 33 Lancers, these guys still walking around, 21 Oyapartas, so we have to just gradually catch these out before we can really do anything. And we'll just slowly take and hold territory. So this time we'll push these guys into dudes in Endron. See if he stays there or attacks us or something, I don't know. But it's mostly just the Banes. We have 19, not Banes, whites. 19 whites against 21 Oyapartas, but we're backed up by a couple of lizards and rhino warriors, or mages. I don't know, I think we might have the edge there, but then he might also dump a bunch of PD in this province, so it's hard to say. He also might not stay here, he might not attack this, he might just go and take the throne or something. You know, lots of directions you can go. These guys can just chase it around though, I suppose. So those guys will go here. Big Stack is going to split up with some stuff from Barra into these 2 provinces, because if this thing wants to continue being aggressive, it can only really go to these 2 provinces. So Agraria gets 40 Sacreds, some Skelly Spammers, a couple of miscellaneous things, and Scatly Swamps gets 40 Sacreds, some Skelly Spammers, and some miscellaneous things. There's also 25 PD in both of these provinces. So we'll try and stop him from pushing any further in this region. And we'll keep splitting up forces to take provinces until we can finally knock out all these raiders and just keep swallowing up more land gradually. And see how that goes. We do have a few of these Black Hawks left as well. 4, so why not? We'll try and take Ctesiphon just in case that's basically empty. See how that goes. Meanwhile, we'll move a bunch of the mages from our cap over to Jelenia Gora, where they might be more useful. We'll move these few lizards over as well, and this guy can try and get his disease healed by these guys. And we'll just move this stuff over here. We are going to start recruiting Lizard Shaman in Dead Forest now as well, which is good. And I think that we should be able to play around with a bit more gold going forward then. There's no more buildings to build. And yeah, I guess we are still bidding on mercenaries occasionally. I rebid on Goat. So we should be able to get more mages and units out each turn too. Besides that, not a lot to say. But there'll be lots to see next turn to see if we get lucky with some battles or some defenses here. See if this ritual does anything. See if we get onto Mavoni's cap with no problems. See what this big stack does. Yeah, interesting turn next turn. I don't think there's anything else to say. So I will leave things there. It's turn 37. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. First up, we got some research and construction done, so we can make trinkets. Some of those are going to be useful. It's nice to have a rabbit's foot charm automatically on your god if you teleport him around with returning. Not sure what else is useful though. Possibly nothing. Maybe some boots if we need movement. I mean, I could make some boots for our prophet who's limping. I mean, that's not the worst idea in the world, actually. Yeah, let's look at the battles first, though, and I might do that. Battle in Grey Mountain. So, we spent, what, 5 Glamour Gems in order to project our god at one of Morvoni's stacks. So he arrives as a projection. He's an illusion with 1 hit point. So not exactly a physical powerhouse, but has all his magic. So what can we do to this big stack of boars and Marvoni junk? Well, the plan was to drop some gifts from heaven on him. See how effective that is. Okay. Well, as it turns out, we killed 3 druids, 3 elder druids, 2 gutturators, 3 lizard shamans, and 3 Sakani stargazers. Turns out it is enormously effective, possibly brokenly effective. 5 glamour gems and you just wipe out an entire stack of mages. Feels pretty good. Now, in fairness, once you know that this can happen, you can counter it quite easily. You just have a bunch of flying units on attack immediately, because the projection obviously only has 1 hit point, so as long as something hits it quickly, you avoid this. But if you aren't prepared for this, it seems pretty devastating. Good shit. Some battles then. We moved on to Marvoni. Not much to see. There was nothing patrolling, so just hitting some patrolling units, some PD units. After I did the turn, though, I did put some guys further forwards on attack immediately. Because I thought, well, kind of like what I just said with the flying units, it's probably better to get some units up on enemy mages immediately, if we need to. Turns out it wasn't necessary, though, because there's nothing here. But we are now on Marvoni's capital, so that's good. Did lose a sacred doing that, damn. That's kind of surprising. We also moved into Endron, no problems there. And Tesibon, which we bounced off because he moved his units backwards, so the Black Hawks, I mean, they might have taken the province. It's only 4 Hawks, though. They might have had difficulty hitting the Chieftain. 16 defense. Or the heavy infantry. But yeah, he moved the units back, so it didn't really matter. And then we got attacked in Scatley Swamps, one of the 2 provinces we defended, so yeah, it's just Lancers into 25 points of PD. Some Rhinos and Lion Warriors. Skeletons. So as you might expect, he can't really do anything here. So, good turn. Kill about 20 mages and took out 1 of Sarah's little stacks. So there's Scatley. Cost us a lizard and a rhino. And how much are these units? 25. So we killed 25 gold units. It's kind of nice. Silver Swamps, crazy event. A well-known count has revealed himself as a vampire. He and his minions have tried to take over the province. So here are, I can't remember, is it 25 or 30 vampires? It's a bit extreme, I don't think any amount of province defense is going to beat these guys. Just fly on you and start life training immediately. And they also have invulnerability against mundane weapons. Wait, do you not fly immediately? You're on hold and attack rear, it looks like. That's very strange for event monsters. But yeah, vampires. Pretty serious. That's a total of 100 units, 34 of them vampires. That is this province though, so it's a bit out of the way. It's not super important that we hold it or anything. Yeah, Marvoni has been instantly breached. I don't think there's anything left inside it. And we cured some diseases. Yeah, so, Grey Mountains, I mean, draw your own conclusions about how bullshit that was. I mean, you gotta think that's enormously demoralizing for Marvoni to log into. So let's do it again. I think whatever was in Marvoni last turn, and possibly in the other forts, I haven't been paying too close attention, but I think it all just moved to Nymeria this turn. And that's why we cracked this open immediately, because we do what? We do 600 siege strength, and it's a 500 wall. So I assume it's pretty empty. Maybe he moved everything out into here the last time. So we're going to do the same bullshit and just project our god onto Numeria. While we just immediately storm. I'm just going to assume it's empty. Can't be that many big upsets. We can cast quite a lot of flight on our units to not ignore the wall exactly, but yeah, so all of these air mages are doing gifted flight twice. But we can certainly get lots of units over the wall immediately. His god is probably still dead, if that would even be a factor. I don't think there's any risk just storming immediately. So let's do that. Be nice to wrap this thing up as quickly as possible too. We'll project onto this, storm this. And at that point, I think Mavoni's probably out. We should be able to clean up quite easily. And steal the throne off him, which is... let's check. Can't remember. Mavoni... oh, Misfortune. Alright, we might leave that throne then. We already have a Misfortune 2. I'm not super keen on having Misfortune 3. But that's all that's happening over here. That also means we can move more stuff over here now. So, 2 regular red arrows heading to Amithia. These are 18 more sacreds heading to Barra. I'm going to also start doing our long dead horses over here once we have mages in place that can do it. But for now, we're just going to keep doing Pale Riders and a Revive King every month out of Trollland. And they can move over slowly. That's fine. Other movements are just the lizards heading to Jelenia Gora. And I think that's it for the important stuff. What is this mage? Oh, that's a D3 mage. So this guy could do whites, so I'm sending him over to this direction. But we are recruiting... there's going to be a Buddha in this fort next month, and one there in 2 months. So we might get another D3 mage anyway. But yeah, we'll move some stuff more further to the west. And that leaves this region. So we took out a stack in Scatley. So one of our stacks can move into Listless now. The others are going to try and catch this thing. It's hard to know where it's going to go, though. It's 2 mages and 21 sacred, so it's not nothing, but we've got our white plus Rhino squad moving into their province. The other big squad we have heading into Carrion to block it off. So the only other places it could go to would be Light Hills or Katiz if it wants to just take one of our provinces. So, you know, we'll do something else if he does that. At a certain point, though, we can start projecting our god over here instead once Mavoni's dealt with, so... pretty good. I think I'm also bidding on... yeah, I'm bidding on Nagash's Damn Legion. It's 125 long dead. Bidding on that into Light Hills, which is this one. And I put the PD up to 25. So if he moves there and we... no, wait, I've been over this before. Mercenary bids take place after battles, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't do this. That doesn't... that doesn't work. Yeah, there's no point doing that. If we want the mercenaries, we should just bid on them to have the mercenaries. So where would we want them? Possibly here then. Or in the throne, that can react appropriately. Yeah. I'll bid on Nagash here. While I'm correcting things, let's also use an N5 to forge some boots for our prophet who sucks. That seems like a good idea. Okay. We'll bid on the mercenaries to Winden, move into these 2 provinces and this province. And yeah, we'll just keep developing this area of the war now. I changed research targets again. I'm not sure if... I don't know. I figure we'll go to Conjuration. We'll get like, I don't know. There's lots of little things we can do here. There's also a bunch of stuff that take glamour gems, and we have so many glamour gems. I don't really know what's a good use for these yet, so we'll try some stuff out. We also have tons of nature gems, and we could theoretically put up Mother Oak. But we can get N3s, and we can make both boosters, I think. Let me check. It's the Moonvine I'm not sure about. Oh, maybe not. So lizards can be in 2S1 with a mace. What does our god have, actually? Does our god have any nature? I can't remember. Oh, our god can make them. Alright. So we can make both nature boosters. So we could get out Mother Oak. It's another thing we could do with nature, I guess. But for the time being, I'm just thinking about glamour gems. Maybe I'll try out Fey Footfolk. There's also Fey Folk, which I could also try out. We need forests and cave forests. Do we have a... Oh, there's a forest with a lab here. I guess... Did we just try that out with you? See what this does? Oh, that requires G2. Alright. Yeah, let's have you just do this, because I don't know what these units are like, so... Yeah, let's just summon some Fey Folk here and see what they're like. And then we'll try out next one as well. Fey Footfolk. See what they're like. Just try some stuff out. So we'll get the Thaumaturgy. It's still useful anyway. Then the Conjuration. We'll get Alteration to 5. There are a lot of good buffs, and then yeah, Mother Oak is up here as well. We're going to need Construction before we can actually try and cast it, but there's also some like nice glamour buffs and stuff. There's lots of buffs that our nation can use because we have a lot of the relevant paths. So yeah, research is a bit different at the moment. And I think that's everything for this turn, but things are going very well. And hopefully we get all this territory lockdown now and successfully take Morvoni's cap next turn. I need to reposition you guys. Probably not. I pushed everything into the front so that they just try and run into the gate immediately. By everything, I mean the Bone Fiends, the Long Dead Horses, and the Lions. The other guys are just still spread out, and that's fine. Our other stuff, I mean, this is mostly going to get taken by the Sacreds having flight on them, I think, so they're back here, and that's okay. Anything else I'm doing? Feyfolk Parauders, Revive King, Project Self, Beats Along Strides, Scouts. Yep, and that's it for turn 38. So far so good. I'm going to partial just in case. It looks like we are the last. Oh no, there's... Okay, it's safe to submit. Let me just submit. So that was turn 38. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.